Hey, I'm Kira. Join me as I walk the 88 Temple pilgrimage in Japan and show you what a normal day looks like on the trail. With all its highs and lows, I'm going to show you exactly what I get up to. You might be wondering, what is the 88 Temple pilgrimage? Well, it's an ancient 1,200 kilometer long hiking track located on Shikoku Island in the south of Japan. Every day starts off a little different depending where I wake up. Today I'm starting off waking up in my tent nice and slow with no rush to be anywhere. I usually pitch my tent in a henro hut in the forest, or I ask the temple if I can pitch it there. Today I've woken up in a temple. The monk was so kind to let me pitch here because normally the monks say no. The morning light is my favorite time of the day. This morning I spent it walking through the forest towards the next temple. This is me halfway up the mountain. In the forest, sometimes I meet monkeys or other pilgrims, but today I met nobody. When I reach the temple, I bow at the gate and walk through. The process of walking through the gate symbolizes purification. Every temple is completely unique and has different themes. Some temples are in the city and are small, and some are in the forest and spread out all across the land. Next, I go to the water basin to rinse my hands and mouth. It's another part of the purification ritual. At every temple, the water basin is different. Next, I ring the bell to signify that I have arrived. It is said to be bad luck to ring the bell when leaving. It is so exhilarating to ring the bell, and to be honest with you, on my first temple I was a little nervous to ring it. Next, I walk to the main temple and the Daishido to chant the Heart Sutra. Every pilgrim has a Nokyo Sho book. This is a stamp book, and mine is deep in my backpack, wrapped in plastic to protect it from the rain. I bring my book up to the monk to get it stamped. Each stamp is so unique and different in each temple. Each stamp costs 300 yen, however at Temple 12 it will cost 500 yen, and this donation goes to the temple's upkeep. This book is something I'm going to treasure for the rest of my life. After getting my stamp, I take some time to take a look around the temple. Each temple is completely different. Sometimes I find statues that are very lifelike, or little figurines of cats, or sometimes the forest is just so beautiful and different. On the way, I meet many locals who want to help me and give me osetai. Osetai is a gift to help you on your journey, and it is something you only really see here in Shikoku. An osetai could be food, a drink, an invitation to sleep in their home, or even a lift to the next temple. At some of the bigger temples, you also find a temple shop where you can buy osama fuda, which is where you write your name on that and can give that as a gift to people or to the temple with your prayer. You also find hats, shirts, sticks, all the things you might need as a pilgrim. Today I had a special interaction. This man stopped me and asked to take my photo. Once he saw the yellow hula hoop strapped to my backpack, he asked if I would give him a demonstration of what it looked like. I spun it all around, doing all my tricks for him and his wife, and nearly hitting my hat off my head. He was in complete shock. As I bid farewell to this man and his wife, he handed me 1,000 yen, which is about 10 Australian dollars. I tried to refuse, but he would not have it, and he made sure I took it with me to buy myself lunch. This is just one example of a day walking the 88 Temple pilgrimage. As you can see, I am back in Australia now, and I'm piecing these clips together from all the content that I filmed while I walked 45 days along the 88 Temple pilgrimage.
The reason I travel and do this kind of travel instead of going on perhaps an organized trip is because you open yourself up to authentic experiences where you get to meet locals and really see how they live. Now, in this next example, I'm going to show you what a day on the pilgrimage looks like when you meet a local and they invite you into their home.
I was invited by one of my Japanese followers to join her and her friends to pick tea leaves in the forest. So I packed up my tent that morning very quickly and walked to the last temple that I was meant to visit in that area. This temple was located deep in the mountain and spread out all over the land. After sighting the Heart Sutra at the temple and getting my stamp, my new friend picked me up and drove me to the forest where her friends were already picking tea. Did you know that you can only pick the small young leaves? After many hours of picking, we brought it back to her grandfather's farmhouse. We steamed the leaves. Together we rolled them with our hands. This part of the process introduced bacteria to the leaves and helps with the fermentation and flavor. In the meantime, I taught her friend's daughter to hula hoop. The last and final step is to put the tea leaves in the sun to dry. I can't wait to try this tea the next time I'm in Japan. My friend said she'll keep me some for the next time I visit. This is just 2 examples of the 45 days that I spent walking the 88 Temple pilgrimage. As you can imagine, some days were probably very different. There was rain and I was not having the best time, like in this example.
I've had a really hard day. It's full rain, like the most strong rain that I've had on the whole walk. And I tried my best to get as far as I could, and I couldn't. So I tried to go to a zenkonyato, which is like a free or donation-based pilgrim housing organized by the community or temple. And it was closed, and the next place was like 4 kilometers or more, probably 6 kilometers away, and up a little mountain. Anyways, I was trying to find a way to get into the other zenkonyato, and I went to a local's house and asked if they had the key, to which they invited me in for tea, and then they called around trying to find a way for me to, and a place for me to sleep. I told them I have a tent and it's fine. I can camp in the rain. Like, it's not that bad. It's just a little bad. And then they ended up driving me to another zenkonyato, or this one's called a daishido. And it's open and I can be in here and I'm all alone, which is amazing.
But usually at the end of the day, I either find somewhere to set up my tent or a local homestay. Luckily, tonight I am going to be staying with my new friend and getting to know her father, who also completed the 88 Temple pilgrimage. We will get to share our stories of our journeys over dinner. I hope you enjoyed following my days on the 88 Temple pilgrimage. Meet me in the comments with all your questions and I'll try my best to answer them. I will be posting more videos from the pilgrimage, so make sure you click subscribe to be notified when they're out. See you on my next adventure.